Okay, second shot at, is a hair transplant dangerous? All right. So you're considering hair transplantation and you want to make sure it's not dangerous. Well, in this video, I'll kind of walk you through what can make a hair transplant dangerous and also what makes it safe. Now, before we even start, I just want to say that hair transplantation is a very safe procedure if performed on the right person by the right team. So the first thing that can go wrong in hair transplantation is just your health. During the procedure, we use some medications that can raise your blood pressure, your heart rate, or cause bleeding. If you have any heart disease, it's very important to know that ahead of time before we inject any medications that could rev up your heart. If you have a bleeding disorder, it's really important to know that before we start poking holes in the back of your head, especially in the scalp, which happens to be the most vascular part of your body. Now, both of those may not be catastrophic, but there is instances where they can be, and we have heard those stories, so we definitely want to avoid them. The number two thing is maybe not something catastrophic, but something that can really lead to detriment of your result, is how the procedure is performed. There are some places in the world that extract a significant number of grafts. Remember, if you poke too many holes in the back or sides of your head, the rest of the tissue may not have its blood supply. It can become true that once that tissue becomes its blood supply, it dies and it is not easy to replace. Also, if you insert a larger number of grafts in the front, those number of puncture holes can actually cause necrosis of the skin on the top, or the amount of swelling by itself can cause the grafts to eject, leading to non-take or a result that just didn't work. Now, I personally consider unnecessary procedures to be dangerous themselves. And that means if you had a hair transplantation that wasn't going to work to start with, it probably was an unnecessary risk that you took. So if you have hair loss related to an autoimmune problem, malnutrition, or to stress, you're probably not a transplant candidate, and the procedure was just unnecessary to start with. The best way to avoid these dangerous situations is to work with a real clinical team, a transplant team that's led by a doctor who can make sure that you're fit for the procedure and the procedure is fit for you.